looks like IDW got the rights to My Little Pony and outsells G.I. Joe.
Which is awesome.
My Little Pony on a regular beats Transformers, IG Joe, and
IG Joe.
IG Joe. And I think that proves that there's a strong young female market that Marvel and DC both have not had a chance to capitalize. Which, as much as I love Jimmy Palmiotti in the current Harley Quinn books that you're reading, I wouldn't give those to a young female reader.
Well, probably not, only because, like you said, there's the whole, if you're going to give a comic to a young girl, you want to give her a sense of empowerment. You want her to be looking at these characters like, that's my role model, that's the person I want to be like, this alien from another planet, I want to be like her, which is great, but sometimes, like you said, just, I don't know, I think some characters have such great potential, but they're not being fully realized in some aspects.
Yeah, and it's Harley Quinn, which I love that character, but she's had a very interesting go of it, especially in the comics, but because she starts in the animated series, is there from, that show runs forever. In fact, she even makes it into Batman Beyond. In Return of the Joker, you find out Harley Quinn is still kind of around, and it's implied that she's the grandmother of two other villains, Dee. They're twins.
Which, by the way, I just want to say right now, her voice Dee voice actress, what's her name?
Melissa Joan Hart.
I gotta say, when I first watched that episode with, the first episode I saw with Dee, oh my gosh, I'm sitting there squealing because that's my childhood right there. Part of my childhood, anyway, is watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Well, I think she did a great job as Dee. And the voice talent that they got for the DC Animated U. And for those of you who don't know, the DC Animated U is Batman all the way to Justice League Unlimited. It's over 20 years of animation, and it's all the same continuity.
Really?
It's the same voice actors, it's one giant continuity. And if you want to go chronologically, you start off with Batman and you end with Batman Beyond. If you want to go chronologically. In fact, there's an episode in Justice League Unlimited called Epilogue, and it is the very last episode of Batman Beyond. They gave an ending to that series in a different series.
I think that's cool, though. The name is just, it says it all. I mean, epilogue, the last chapter, the last episode to be had,
Yeah. Speaking of voice actors, Harley Quinn has been voiced by two different actresses. A lot of people don't know this, but in the original animated series, Erlyn Sorkin, I can't pronounce her name.
Arlene Sorkin?
Arlene Sorkin, thank you. She was the original voice actor for Harley Quinn, and she was when I mentioned earlier in her origin, the soap opera where an actress appeared wearing basically the Harley Quinn. She was the actress in that soap opera.
That's coming full circle right there, man.
Yes.
That's kind of like what's her name? The actress who played Ariel. Ariel. She had a cameo in Enchanted. As a receptionist at Patrick Dempsey's law office.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that was her. So I always love when stuff like that. When it's oh, this goes to this, and it even makes a chain or it comes full circle.
You're gonna have to point her out. We'll have to watch that again.
Yeah.
but the second voice is Tara Strong, who she took over as of the Arkham Asylum games. There's Batman Arkham and then Arkham City, but she took over as the video game, and then she's been doing the animation and stuff ever since. I believe Miss Sorkin has retired from acting. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But like I said, they keep the same voice actors for decades.
Well, yeah, because I mean, a lot of things will change as an actor, like your physical appearance and whatnot. But for the most part, your voice isn't gonna change much. I mean, you might be able to hear the age a little bit, but it's not gonna be that obvious.
And Tara Strong, going back to Batman the Animated Series, was also the voice of Batgirl.
Batgirl.
Batgirl. My first crush was Batgirl.
Oh, that's kind of nice to know. Wow, I don't know how I feel now, knowing that I was competing against Batgirl. Wow, that's...
Yeah. But her comic book origins, we'll start with her in-movie origins, or the animated series. In between seasonal breaks, Bruce Timm and Paul Dini did a very famous comic book called Mad Love.
Which I love.
Yeah, it is the definitive origin of Harley Quinn. You get her as a psychiatrist. It's been widely, like, you've got other podcasts. Oh no, this is a masterpiece. This is one of the best Batman stories ever crafted. You show a breakdown. You show, how this woman goes from a psychiatrist to a psycho.
I think one of the reasons why I love this particular origin is because, I mean, you have so often in comic books, and this is, of course, just a general blanket, thing. I'm not saying this is for every character, but a lot of times there's some kind of accident or some kind of trauma that causes the character just to go crazy, as a villain. Or, and you feel for the person, but, you feel it for them on a different level. Whereas this one, she just lost it over basically a guy. Basically, she is the epitome of a woman who's fallen in love with a man, and not only will go to any lengths to be with him, but does. She just goes berserk, and because of that, she loses everything. She loses her job, her life, everything.
Yeah, and she's completely manipulated. She's, but there's some beautiful moments in Mad Love. There's a scene where Joker is trying to, going back to the killing the fish star, the Joker's fish star. He's trying to figure out a way to kill Batman, and he's going through old plans, and he wants to hang Batman over or into a tank of piranhas. And he goes, why didn't I use this one? This is a great plan. And he realizes, his toxin can't make the piranhas frown, turn upside down into a smile. He's like, that's why. You can't make a piranha smile. And Harley Quinn comes up with the ingenious idea of, if you hang Batman upside down, their frown would look like a smile. And it's so well done. And the Joker tells her, when she explains the gag at the end of the piece, he goes, if you have to explain a joke, it's not funny.
Yeah.
And it's like, I always think about it, it's like, if you have to explain a joke, it's not funny.
At all.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, like I said, looking at this story, I love it because it totally just talks about psychological madness. Talking about your descent into being a villain from a standpoint you don't really see that often. I mean, yeah, you have a lot of villains that could be classified as mad, but it's they 9 times out of 10 they weren't being manipulated into being evil. You know what I mean?
Hey people of the interwebs, it's me, Brandon Noel. As you can see, I'm not at my artist desk this week like a good artist. I don't have to explain to you why. I'm allowed to have a life. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is part 2 of our Harley Quinn series. All this month, Harley Quinn month, as deemed by DC Comics. Go out there and check out some of those variant Harley Quinn covers. With that said, like, subscribe. Please support the show. Let us know if I'm onto something or doing something you like. If you'd like to purchase the sketch, it's available at patreon.com/Destiny Comics. I have to apologize since I'm not at my studio. I didn't scan the sketch properly, so you're just going to have to deal with what you see. With that said, see you in the funny pages.